Cold War on the Moon. So recently, the Russian space agency partnered with the Chinese space agency, and the Chinese space agency has had a huge amount of achievements lately. And Russia obviously has a great space history, to create a base on the moon together. And I believe it's going to be near the south pole region of the moon that has constant sunlight and water available, I believe. So this is in direct competition with the United States, the Artemis program, which I believe is partnering with the Europeans and the Japanese. So this is basically the new space race, the new Cold War potentially, because as the United States and China increasingly potentially continuing to be at loggerheads, this is going to perhaps manifest also in space. I mean, it's interesting to see what's going to happen on Mars, because China did send a probe to Mars. Whether they're going to be able to colonize Mars also as well as SpaceX is doing, I mean, that could be a further continuation of a rivalry, but it's going to be interesting in terms of like territorial rights. I mean, you have the space treaty, and I'm not sure how it's going to evolve in the future in terms of like who's going to own rights to different bodies. That's going to be very interesting to see, but it's going to be interesting to see whether the political situation on Earth is transferred to other bodies, starting with the moon. So with the Russians and the Chinese officially partnering together to do a moon base, probably in the same location generally as the United States and their partners, this is a head-to-head battle for supremacy of the moon. And there's a lot that goes into this. I mean, my most recent book, Exponentials, I talk at length about the future of space and its relationship to artificial intelligence and robotics and communications and propulsion. So I would recommend that to anyone that's interested. But it's interesting just in terms of this podcast, in terms of the geopolitical ramifications of the moon base colonizations.